approaching the question, could outer space be an illusion? Through the lens of consciousness opens the door to deep philosophical and metaphysical ideas. Here's how different frameworks understand this concept. In philosophical idealism, especially in the form proposed by thinkers like George Berkeley, space and the material world are not independent realities. Instead, everything, including outer space, is a phenomenon within consciousness. The stars, galaxies, and planets are part of a shared dreamlike experience orchestrated by a deeper mind or universal consciousness. The idea is not that outer space doesn't appear, but that it has no existence outside of being perceived. To be is to be perceived, esse es percipi. When you look through a telescope and see Saturn's rings, the rings are experienced in your consciousness. The idealist view says there's no reason to assume they exist outside of that experience. In traditions like Advaita Vedanta, the outer world, including space, is Maya or illusion, a projection within pure awareness, which is called Brahman. So space actually appears within consciousness, not the other way around. Time, space, and matter are really seen as these relative phenomena that arise from and eventually dissolve back into consciousness. Outer space is, well, real in the same way that a dream feels real while you're dreaming, but it's ultimately not independently existent. Space arises within you, not you in space. Nisargadatta Maharaj. Cognitive scientist Donald Hoffman argues in his interface theory of perception that our perceptions, including space, are kind of like user interface icons, evolved tools for survival, not actual truths. Just as a folder icon on your computer isn't the folder itself, what we see as space and objects isn't reality. It's really just a useful illusion. The real world may actually be something outside of space and time, rooted in consciousness. So, outer space, in this view, is a symbolic interface our mind constructs to navigate an underlying conscious reality. Some interpretations of quantum mechanics suggest that observers, meaning consciousness, play a key role in collapsing quantum possibilities into actual outcomes. The very structure of reality, including space and time, might be observer-dependent. While, this is speculative, it actually supports the idea that the outer world, including space, is not fully independent of consciousness. In essence, if consciousness is fundamental, then outer space may be a projection or a symbolic representation within that consciousness. It exists as an experience, but not necessarily as an objective external thing. In this view, illusion doesn't mean fake. It means really dependent on perception.